These are our last days in the UK and we made a small planning mistake.
Last week we've been sending out some messages to naturist clubs around London with the hope that maybe one would give us permission to film. But they all did.
Yes, they did. So what are we waiting for?
We are arriving at the first resort on our list. I don't really know what to expect. This has all been very last minute decisions. I barely checked the website. So, yeah, we'll see. Good afternoon, this is Nick and Linz. Alright, we got our spot, and on first sight, this looks like a really nice place. Obviously this is not a big commercial campsite like we are used to in France or Croatia, and we still need to learn a bit of the naturist resort culture of the UK, and especially how much we can walk around with cameras. So we're gonna walk around without cameras first and then probably have a nap. So tomorrow we will show you around. How was your first night in a naturist resort in the UK?
It was very peaceful, I have to say, yeah. Especially after 4 days of the Naked Festival, where, by the way, we didn't make any content about it. It was just a weekend for us to talk to a lot of people, and it was very busy. It was lovely, awesome. So after that weekend, it was amazing to come here, set up our van, be super quiet, and I think I slept for 10 hours straight or something.
So if we look a little bit tired, Everybody Festival was a lot more party than we expected, but it's a good kind of tired.
So, we already had a look around at the campsite, but let's just show you around.
Let's start right here. This is a camping area. I think there are 2 of these. They are a little bit empty today, but this is a weekday. It's the end of the season and the weather forecast was not very promising, but look at this. Look at how beautiful this weather is today.
I think it's really cool that they don't have hedges because it makes this place a really open space. And then we have this baby over here. Brings back memories from when we were camping in Canada. Yes, oh my God, in Canada. And by the way, these are rentals, so you can, if you want to stay here, you can stay in one of these. So maybe we should have a peek inside.
And is it the same as our tent in Canada?
From the outside, yes. From the inside, let's say it looks a little bit more comfortable than the one that we had.
The camping area is right next to the pool area, but we will get there in a minute. Let's first have a look around the resort.
Do you think it's still in use?
It looks still in use. It's clean. You can totally play on it. I just don't know if many people use it. It is open.
It is open. It looks small for a tennis court, doesn't it?
Maybe it's pickleball.
Oh.
If you know whether this is tennis or pickleball or something else, leave it in the comments.
I saw that there is a game equipment bench or something, so I'm gonna have a look at that one to see what's in there. But also, I just noticed this. So maybe, oh, see, voila, here we have it. I know what the court is.
Don't say it, make people guess.
But I want to say it. All right, so for the people who don't want to guess, this is what's inside. And now I want to know what's in there. What do we have? Jeu de boule, of course. What is this?
Badminton.
But like huge.
Beginner's badminton.
Yeah, I mean, look at the side of it, the size of it. It's bigger than my head. Oh, no, I'm gonna say something very stupid, or do something stupid, and probably break it. Maybe.
It's not.
No?
We do not want to make people regret that we are here. I have been told that this is the only naturist resort or naturist club in the UK where people can actually live, that they allow residents. And you can really see this at the different structures, the different houses. And I like it when it's such a mix. It's almost like a small town.
I do love the fact that people really put their personalities in the houses. And the thing is, normally in the clothed world, you can do that with wearing specific clothes to put out your personality. But here, since everybody is nude, you have to do it somewhere else. And they're doing it in the houses. And it's really nice. I really like it.
What do you think the personality is like of the person who lives in this house?
I think he's a bit boring, maybe, because there's not a lot of stuff in front of him. No, it's a joke. He's lovely.
We actually know who lives in this house. Moving back to the central area of the resort, here's the other camping space. You can see some more tents here, and these are also rentals. As somebody pointed out, that you can rent them for the day, which is, I think, a really good idea because you have a place to put your stuff. And also, it's still the UK, so the weather might change from time to time, and at least you have a place to stay dry. There's also a playground here, and then moving on further is a much bigger place to stay dry, actually. This is really the center of the resort, or the club, because there's a very big clubhouse. But there's also a nice outdoor sitting area, and over there in the corner is a jacuzzi.
Not surprised that you spotted the hot water facility so quickly.
How hot is it?
Oh, that is a good question. Oh, this is heavy. Oh yeah, but there is a system for it. Wait, is it this? No, that's
Again.
Again.
Don't make people regret that they allowed us in.
Okay. No, other side. I think. Yeah. Oh. Ooh. Yeah.
I imagine that this is where people hang out when it's not really nature's weather or on cold evenings. And I also saw a disco ball, so probably there are also some events here. Actually, I'm certain that there are events here because there is an overview of events.
And there's also a first aid kit, just in case the events just got out of hand.
What makes this place different from most commercial resorts is that there's an honesty bar. You don't see those things very much anymore. And it's well priced compared to other places we've been. And there also should be a sauna, but I don't think we found it yesterday. You know where the sauna is?
No. Toilets. No entry from sauna. Oh, here. Ta-da!
I guess that's pretty much what there is to say about the clubhouse. So moving on. There is one more part about Spielplatz that we want to show you, and maybe by now you're wondering, why would you come to the UK to get naked? Why not to France or to Spain or something? Well, there's something in this country that most of those other countries don't have. It's a heated pool. Those things you don't find in France. I think this pool is warmer than... It's still not very warm, but I think it's warmer than any pool I've ever swum in France. So, we are going to enjoy this, and then we have to move on because we have a long ride ahead of us. It took us the whole 20 minutes to get here, but that's only because we had to pass by the shop. Sunfolk is literally located right next to Spielplatz.
Nobody home?
We are staying here for 2 days. Hi.
Success!
Success! The gates are open.
That was a 90s song. The gates are open. First impression, I'm already liking the place.
The manager proposed to give us a tour, so I guess that we're gonna do the same as yesterday. We're gonna first do the tour and then give you the tour. In the hours since we left you, the blue skies got exchanged for kind of grey skies, and it got a bit chilly, so we may be Donald ducking this part of the video. Before we get started, there are a couple of things that make this place very unique in the UK. One thing is that it's owned by BN, the National Naturist Federation, and another thing is that this is not a membership club, so basically you can come here whenever you want. You don't need to become a member. You can just decide in the morning that you want to come here. And the reason why British Naturism is doing this is because they want to make this club a stepping stone to other clubs in the UK.
And I think this is the excellent point to talk about our sponsor of this video, British Naturism. British Naturism is a membership organization that runs a huge variety of events like festivals, hotel weekends, charity walks, skinny dips, visits to museums and art galleries, boat trips, beach days, online classes and talks, wellness weekends, sport tournaments, and overseas group holidays. Most importantly, the organization works hard to create better opportunities for naturists and to maintain the legal situation of nudity in the UK. By becoming a member, you don't just support naturism in the UK, but also get discounts to events and an 80-page fully illustrated magazine and a lot more. So thank you British Naturism for sponsoring this video and all the amazing things that you do. And I think now it's time just to show you around. What you see behind me is all camper van area, and I think it's really cool that they chose gravel for it, and also white gravel. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but I think when the full moon is out, or just the moon, even if it's half, is out, then these white pebbles will reflect the light, so you don't need extra lights to show where your pitch is.
Did you just miss a perfect opportunity for a full moon joke?
Oh, you just made that one. All jokes aside, this is not a joke. So you have 2 electric hookups and I think 2 places. And if that is the case, then I think they're a little bit small, but you can sit on the grass next to it. But I don't know, so we still need to figure that out.
From here we're getting to some kind of fireplace area, and normally I think that from there we should get to the tent camping part, but I'm not sure. I just saw somebody walk that way, so I think there's a path.
Another reason why Sunfolk is very unique is because it is brand new. I think it's not even 1 year old, and you can see that on the benches. Look at them, they're super new. I think if I turn them around, that I can still find the price tag on them. See? I was right. Okay, side note, Sunfolk is not new, it is renewed.
To give you some sense of direction, we are walking around the central area now, because that's where all the people are, and also because I think it will add to the wow factor. Trust me.
Like you can see, not a lot of tents. It is a weekday, and so I think that everybody here is just on a day visit. Ooh, these look like aperitivo tables. We're just missing aperitivo.
That's for later.
That's for later, Nick said.
After filming.
We have that on camera. That is for later. And we're gonna do it here, right? Just for the video.
Over here is also something interesting. That is Spielplatz, the club we just come from.
There are 5 of these rental pots. They're not big, but they're big enough. I'll show you. Oops, sorry. Joke. Nick made me do it. Anyway, the inside. Really cozy. I love the smell of the wood. Nice. Just a really nice spot.
From the outside, this building reminds me a lot of wellness centers in Belgium or the Netherlands. But then when you look at the inside, it looks more like, I don't know, maybe a co-working space or something, with all these couches, and then the central area where there's a lot of electricity plugs. It's definitely not the typical clubhouse that we're used to in naturist clubs. And somebody told me just right now that this place only opened up in June, end of June, so that's less than 2 months ago. But some things are very similar to other clubhouses. I don't know if I can call this a clubhouse, but to clubhouses as well, like an honesty bar.
And a stuffed fridge with pizzas and ice cream. And if you're now thinking, okay Linz, pizza is all well and all fine, but where do we heat it? Well, pom 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 pom, in the oven, in the communal kitchen.
You look like you're making a commercial for communal kitchens.
Why? Because we're having so much fun in the communal kitchen? No, I think it's a really good idea because it's open and a kitchen is what brings people together, isn't it?
Walking around here makes me feel like Sunfolk has just set a new standard. You can't call this a clubhouse anymore. This is something different. If you have a good name for this, leave it in the comments. Moving further, we get to the really fun part of the resort. If you've been following this channel for a while, it's not a surprise that Linz is pretty good with cold, but let's have a look how she does with warmth. How's the sauna?
Hot.
Can you last a bit longer?
Yes.
Maybe until I finish filming.
Alright, Jack.
Do you think it's evil if I go very, very slow now? No, it's maybe a bit too evil. So there are outdoor showers, which are pretty cool. And this is my personal favorite place, the hot tub. Still okay?
Yep.
Alright, then we will do the stress test of Sunfolk. Let's see how the pool is. I do really like this space. There's probably a bit of an echo. Maybe I should get outside again. I do really like this space because it can be opened from both sides, so that it's very natural. But still, it's really warm inside. So how about the water? Second pool, second time right. What happened to waiting?
My time was up. What happened to you and water? Is this going to be a habit on this channel that you are testing the water?
We've only been to 2 Naturist clubs yet and both were already very, very different. So I am very curious what the next one will bring. But first, there's something else important that we need to do.
Cheers!
Third club on our list. Once again, we can't see anything from the road, so it will be one big surprise. You're probably not gonna believe this, well, at least I wouldn't believe this if you told me, but we have another bright blue sky in the UK. And also, we arrived at another Naturist place that is, again, completely different. For a change, we will start this tour at the Clubhouse because we've seen that all the other people are around the swimming pool, so it's a perfect opportunity. And also, it's quite a clubhouse.
I wouldn't say it's a clubhouse. I would rather say it is a small mansion.
I would say it's a mansion and a half. We already had a brief tour of this place, so let's see if we can show you around without getting lost.
Have you seen this? I feel very welcome.
Somebody speaks Dutch here.
Yeah. It means like enjoy your food, but in Flemish. Cool. So now the only thing that we just need to do is make some food, right? Or eat something, exactly.
This is an impressive kitchen.
It is a huge kitchen.
It looks very professional.
It does, it does.
This is very British. Next to the kitchen there's also a tea room. And it's quite a fancy tea room. It's fancy British. And this over here is also very fancy.
This is definitely one of the most beautiful clubhouses or little mansions, big mansions I've ever seen on a Naturist resort or a Naturist club. It's just, it's extraordinary. It's so old, but it's so well maintained.
It reminds me of the old British gentlemen's clubs. Not that I've ever been to one, but I saw Around the World in 80 Days. And this is the kind of place where Phileas Fogg made the bed. It looks very similar like in the movie. Have you seen this?
Yeah.
The house is here.
Yeah.
It's this place.
I know. It's really beautiful.
There are obviously a lot of other rooms in this building, but the next one is by far the most impressive one.
Didn't you just say that about the other room?
I think there are very, very few Naturist resorts, even the big commercial ones in France, that have such a large indoor swimming pool. This is ridiculous. And there are all these cool artworks just around the swimming pool. This is magnificent. It's really, really beautiful. And here's another lounge area. I think it's a veranda, but it looks a bit like a lounge area. There are several of these in the clubhouse. I think people like to lounge here. I would also like to lounge here. You would think that after 7 years of traveling to nature's places almost constantly, it would be very hard to surprise us. And we also think this from time to time, but then we come to a place like this and it's something we've never seen before. It also looks very English. It shouldn't come as a surprise because we are in England. But I really like this style. I think this is the most English looking club we found so far in England.
Talking about surprises, this is something I've never seen before in none of the Naturist places we've ever been.
Can you imagine a Naturist place where they play petanque? It's so weird. By the way, what's the name of this place?
Diogenes.
Diogenes.
Diogenes. And it's thanks to Helen, by the way, that I remember this place, because Helen said you have to think about dodgy knees. Diogenes. And Helen is the driving force of women in naturism in the UK, by the way. Follow her if you don't follow her yet. She's awesome.
To give you a bit of background, Diogenes is a British pronunciation of a Greek name, and it's a Greek mythical figure who used to live naked in a barrel.
So where's the barrel?
Where's your barrel?
Where is the barrel? Maybe it's in here.
The sauna isn't open at the moment, it's only at specific times. There are some sports courts. They look like they could need a little bit of TLC, or maybe the British naturists are not really into tennis anymore. I don't know. This is also a spot I like a lot. It's like a small secret garden. I think maybe this is what makes Diogenes such an interesting place. It's a combination of small spots, inside and outside. It's not one big place, but more like lots of very small, cute, picturesque places. And that brings us back to the campsite pitches. The only place we haven't shown you yet is the outdoor swimming pool. So that's where we're gonna go now and just shoo everybody away, or just wait until they get cold or hungry. It will be either one. It took a couple of hours and a couple of very un-British beers. I'm sorry, but I'm just not into ale. But finally, we have the outdoor pool place all for ourselves. Can you imagine this? There's yet another very large pool. This is something I would never have expected in the UK. A big outdoor pool and a big indoor pool. It's really, really nice. As you can see, it meanwhile got a little bit chilly, but I think I started something earlier in this video and we have to continue this. So let's test the pool. And I'm lucky, somebody just told me that this is a very cold shower, so I'm gonna take the other one. This is a cold one. Maybe it gets warmer. This is gonna be a long video.
1 hour later.
Let's fast forward.
But he did say the right one, and he was over there. So right on his side or right on your side?
I already regret that I started doing this. Come on, warm water.
Yeah, that is cold.
It's not getting any better, so quick. Oh, shower's enough. Don't tell anybody that I didn't really shower very well. So let's try the pool. Oh, I like this. I probably said this before, but if there's one thing I love about the UK, it's hot swimming pools. Not hot swimming pools, but heated swimming pools.
How warm is it?
I think about 28 degrees.
Just because you read the sign?
Yeah, it said on the sign. You think we should test the indoor pool as well?
Oh, yes.
Okay. indoor pool test. This is very strange for me to say, but I don't think I've ever been so much in the water as in the UK, of all places. This is really my kind of water. We're gonna enjoy this for a while more, and then we're going to the last Naturist club on our list. We're off to the last club on our list, and I have to say, when we started this little club tour a couple of days ago, I was a bit afraid that every club would look more or less the same. But given our recent experiences, the stakes for Naturist Foundation are pretty high, but we'll try to look at it with the same fresh eyes as we did a couple of days ago at Spielplatz. We made another minor mistake. Apparently this weekend is a bank holiday weekend and there's a lot going on here. Filming right now is impossible, so I fear that if we want to show you around this place, we will have to wake up very early tomorrow morning. But you don't really need to see this place, right? Just kidding, we will set our alarm. 7 in the morning and here and there are already people awake. But I guess that this will be our only slot if we want to show you a bit of this resort. And to make our life easy and to not wake up everybody, we gotta do most of this in voiceover.
Brockenhurst, also known as the Naturist Foundation, is one of the largest, if not the largest naturist club in the UK, with over 50 acres of land just south of London. A part of the domain is woods, and then there are several camping areas, some for regulars and others for visitors. But the most interesting place is, of course, the central area. This is where everything is happening. We can show you the restaurant, that's still closed, and the outside bar with its cozy garden, or the petanque courts and the playground. But we're not sure how much sense this makes.
This isn't an easy resort to film because even though there are quite some facilities, they don't represent much when there are no people. This place is not about the facilities, it's all about events and people being together, and without the people it looks a bit empty. It looks different. Yesterday this place was packed, it was full, and in a couple of hours probably, or maybe even minutes, it's gonna be like that again.
At Brockenhurst, every weekend something is happening, and on bank holiday weekends even more, which is why we are walking around this early in the morning.
Pool is still closed. I will try to do the pool test later today and I will let you know. I'm doing something very illegal here. This is definitely a no clothes and no camera zone, but I really have to know. It's confirmed every naturist pool we've been to has my kind of temperature. I've probably said this before, but we have been very pleasantly surprised about the naturist options around London. If you want to party or just relax, or if you want to something upscale, or you want even a place to live, it's here.
Yeah, absolutely. London, or the area around London, is your place to be.
And this summarizes our trip in the UK. Tomorrow we're leaving the country again, and if you want to know where we're going next,
You know what to do, or if you don't know what to do, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we just see you in 2 weeks.
bye. All right, we have arrived. Moving back to the central area of the resort. Here's the other camping ground, camping space, and it's very reasonable. And it's very reasonably priced. And it's very reasonably priced. And it's very reasonably
You can really see that everything is still brand new, and that's all, folks. Sunfolk, that. Another reason why Sunfolk is very unique. Sunfolk? Sunfolk. There are 5 of these rental pods.
Rental spots.
To give you a bit of background,
Hello. Why are you pointing a camera at me?